Hello everyone and welcome back to this month's multi-make. So this is now our monthly multi-make 6. Yep, this is the 6th one we've done. And the monthly multi-makes, if you haven't seen them before, are my sort of sketch ideas, but designed to get the most when you're printing your papers from digi kits, where we look at printing one sheet with 2 papers in the photo mode, and then using them by swapping over the papers and making a little layout. So this is this month's layout, a nice horizontal strip using a few different papers, alternative papers. And these are the 2 cards I'm going to be making in a second. So as always, I've got my generic one and my Christmas ones, because the multi-makes have been designed to get a bunch of Christmas cards made for you or to bulk up your stash. So this month I've got the Away We Go kit. Now you've seen this with my loaded pocket, and I've used this and I've just come across this kit and I've fallen in love with it, which is why it's making an appearance now. And it's got a nice travel or bon voyage type theme to it. Loving the images. Even these tiny, what were they? Just over 1/2 inch buttons have got so much detail. Ooh, that's the camera blurry, not the papers, I promise. And then just look at that paper. And so I've used the images from that kit, from the Away We Go. And these then, as you can see, I've done something a bit different this month, and I've used 2 different colour card bases just to show, just by swapping the backs, that we can make even more variation in our cards. And this is using the Farmhouse Christmas kit by Knitwits. As always, I'll be linking the 2 kits in the description below. And you can watch this video, but if you want the PDF to craft along with you as well, have this on your craft table, you'll need to head over to my Facebook group, Papercrafting with Paul. Again, I'll link below, or if you just go to Facebook and type in Papercrafting with Paul, it'll pop up. So that's all you need to do now then, is go join the group, have a look in the cards section. There'll be an album for you to drop your cards. Get the PDF, grab your papers, and we'll get crafting. So I've got everything ready to start my card. So this is the base of your design for this month. I've used the Away We Go kit here, and if you follow these instructions, this is what you'll end up with. Now for my Christmas version, because as you know we always make the Christmas one, I'm using the Farmhouse Christmas kit by Knitwits. And just for a bit of a difference, this month I'm going to be doing one with black and one with craft. So we're going to look at using the same sign, using just the 1 paper but 2 different colours. See what difference that'll make. So let's start just by making our 5x7 card blanks. So to make it 5x7, I'm going to cut it up 10 inches by 7. Let's do the same with the black one. 10 by 7. And then just grab my scoreboard. Let's put the trimmer to the side for now. We will need it for when we cut our papers. So let's just get my scoring tool and score at 5 inches. I've got the 10 across the top, scoring a 5, just to make my card fold in half, my card blank. So there we go. Scoring board done with. So I'm just going to grab my Cool Cats Teflon tool. This is definitely my go-to scoring tool, because with it being Teflon, it won't mark this black card. And you've got the nice rounded corner to get that gentle, but then you can use the sharper bit to get that really sharp crease. So that's my 2 card blanks made. So that was step 1. Make your 5x7 card blanks, or if you've already got some 5x7, just use those. Now I'm going to choose 2 pieces of pattern paper. So as always, I'm using my Knitworks collection and I'm printing 2 from the Farmhouse Christmas onto 1 page, just to save papers. And I need to cut these at 6 3/4 by 4 3/4. So let's trim off the white. So 6 3/4 by 4 3/4. Turn it around. And again, let's trim off that excess. And 4 3/4. There we go. So that was step 2. So now we're going to place one into my trimmer with a long edge across the top, and we're going to cut strips at 1 1/2, 3/4, half, and another 3/4. So I get them both the same size. Because my trimmer will allow it, I'm going to do them at the same time. So 1 1/2 first. So I'm just going to line the long edge along the top, and I'm going to cut 1 1/2. Now my papers are non-directional, but this is the top of my paper. So if you've got a directional paper, make sure the top is here when you cut your 1 1/2. Then I want one at 3/4. I'm going to turn around because I've got measurements this size as well. Let's go for 3/4 here. Then at 1/2 inch. That's a nice slim one. And then 3/4 inch again. And that's going to leave me with a nice big piece at the end. So here we go. We've got our 1 1/2 pieces, our 3/4, our half, get ahead of myself there, my 3/4, and then those big chunks at the end. So now we're going to swap piece 2 and 4 of each pattern. So this is piece 1, so it's those 2 3/4 inch ones. Let's swap them over, like so. And you can see how these multi-makes work. We just cut the pieces and we swap them over to get 2 cards for the price of 1. Now I need to decide which I'm going to use on which cards. So I've got 1 craft and 1 black this time. And the reason I chose 1 black, 1 craft is that this topper has got blacks. This has got more of a crafty grey colour. So let's have a look. I think that one's going to be the black and this one will be my craft. Let's have a look. Yeah, let's go for that for the black. So this time I'm going to ink this one in black soot distress ink, and this one, now it's not brown, so I'm going for the pumice stone. And of course, as usual, this is an optional extra. You don't have to do this, but it just hides that white edge from when you're trimming your papers, and also gives you a little bit of leeway when you're sticking them down, because that black ink will hide if you've got an overlap or a little bit of a gap from wonky cutting, which, you know, we all do. So this is that trick for just getting a little bit more even. last brown one, a black one. You think I would have sped up a little bit and with the amount of inking I've done, but it's still, especially today because there's quite a bit of pieces this time, more than usual. And now this is the pumice stone one. So it's just adding a little bit of texture and shadow. And because I haven't got directional papers, I'm not worried about remembering which side is which and things like that. And I said, these multi-makes were designed because people were saying they're not enjoying digital crafting because they're printing out big sheets, not using them. So this way, we're only printing the one sheet and getting 2 cards from it. And being a knitwit kit, I've used 2 papers here, but it comes with loads. And if you buy the full bundle, you get the papers 2, TOO, which means extra, you get even more of these background papers. So if you find one kit for Christmas you really like, you can make all your cards exactly the same layout like I'm doing here, just change the papers up and you'll be able to get loads and loads of variations using just the one kit. So here we go, pumice stone done. So let's grab some glue because it's time now to attach them. Here we go, swap the pieces with the opposing pattern and glue the new formation onto your card blank. So let's bring back this one. So move them aside for now. So the way I'm doing, because I've got 5 pieces here, I'm just going to flatten my card blank. And I'm going to loosely just lay it down. Just so I can get that start position. And then I'm just going to start at the top. I'm trying to get a nice even border down both sides and across the top. And then, I don't mind so much now, I've got my start point in place. We can start working our way down, smoothing as I go. Final piece. And there we go. And what I can do now, whilst I got the pumice stone out, I can actually just add some ink to the edge of my card base too, just to tie everything in. So we've got the same sort of colour all the way through. There we go. So there's one card blank. Now we're going to see what it looks like on the black. So again, open it out so it lays flat. Let's just loosely lay it down. Oh, just the thin one next. Of course, I'm not going to ink the edge of this one. I don't just point ink in a black card with black ink. Right, so we've got layers loosely placed down. So I can now start to glue it. And the central piece. the last piece. Here we go. And see those, the black edging would just allow me, if I'd had a little gap, you wouldn't notice. Let's just score them. So look at that, 2 cards made with the same papers and the same cuts, just changing the background cardstock, and we've got a different feel totally. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add our toppers. So let's add this tree one. So this is my pumice stone one. Let's just ink the edges of our toppers too, just to add a bit of shadow and to tie it in. So I chose this one just because it's Christmas, we were doing loads of cards, nice topper, which is going to really make my cards nice and quick to make. Now these toppers are about 3 inches tall. So if you're following what I'm doing here now, just says attach your topper and any extra embellishments. It'll just add, sorry, 3 inches seems to be a nice height there. Let's add the have yourself a merry little Christmas. Now if you wanted to back these onto some craft or black card, you could. But the beauty of these being digital is that I was able to print multiple copies of these onto the same sheet. So with the tree one, I went ahead and I cut out the star. So I'm just going to ink the edge again. And what I can do now is take some small foam pads. It's only a tiny little tree. And I can 3D foam it. So I'm going to do just the tree here. Although I did cut out the star as well, but I think it's just going to be a little bit too fiddly. Or shall we go for it? Ah, can't this be a devil? Let's get this on. I'm going to need to cut these tiny foam pads into even tinier ones. There we go. This really is probably one of the smallest pads I've ever cut. Am I going to be able to get it on? There we go. There's one card done. And for the other one, I've cut out the whole panel first. So let's get some larger foam pads. Oh, actually, I cut out the panel for this one as well. Why don't we 3D this one as well? Let's get some dimension onto this. I've got some larger circular ones. Here we go. Yeah, I don't think that star's gonna. I think my foam pad was just too thick. But we'll leave it. So there we go. Nice dimension on our topper. And all that cutting was, apart from the star, was nice, easy. Let's take it off. A nice, easy triangle and a rectangle. So nice, easy decoupage in there. And this one was just as easy. Some black this time. And we're going to stick the rectangle on first. And then I've cut out just that bauble as well. 2, 3, and 4. I've already inked that ahead of time. So now we've got some dimension on that topper. So nice, quick and simple one if you're making multiples. Great idea. But I've still got to finish off my away we go ones. So I thought I'd do this so I can show you my thought process. Now here I've cut out, rather than rectangles, we've gone totally different and gone for shaped images. So you could do that as well. I think the deer friends would look really nice with a nice deer and the Santa Claus here. So that blue sort of gets lost there. So I thought I'll use the red one there. Let's put the car one here. Now, are we going to put the car flat or bring it up? Let's get some shadow onto it. Now I'm not going to cover this in the small ones. So let's get some of these onto it. I thought there was one more. There we are. So let's put our car, and then the cars have got some luggage. So I've copied and pasted again, but because I didn't need any of this, on my software, I've just cropped all that off and just printed what I needed, just to save space on the paper and save ink as well. And everything I've printed today, the backing paper and the toppers, have all used the 190 GSM matte paper from called Ice. Ice is the brand name. So my Ice paper, and let's get another one on as well. So I'll just cut out just the yellow one then. So it really makes it look like the car had loads and loads of luggage loaded on top. And again, beforehand, I did ink these with my black soot, so it's hiding any white edge or any white bits I left of my fussy cutting. It's actually hidden that as well. And this one, let's do the same. I gotta say, I didn't even know about this Away We Go kit until a couple of weeks ago when it was one of the flash sales, and I made a loaded pocket with it. But I really like the colours, and I think I'm going to have to make an album of some sort of travel album with it, because there are so many bright bold papers in this. I really do want to use Away We Go. Right, so there we go. And then I cut up the tag and the pocket. So I did it all in one go. So the thing with the small ones, it takes so long to take them all off. So I can line that up. So I just cut it in one piece, and then the little tag separately then. There we go. And then when I copied and pasted it, I had this little tag, but I felt it was just a little bit too small, this Away We Go. So I cropped it all the way down, just the tag, and then enlarged it, so we've got a nice big one. Just to make it nice and big. So there we go, that's the basic idea. But as it says in the instructions, in the PDF. So if you go to Papercrafting with Paul on Facebook, you can get this, so you can just have it at your side, add any extra embellishments you wish. So I felt like this one seems a bit plain, and this one felt full as it was, just because of the way the backing papers have worked. So what I've done is resized some of the buttons from the kit. I don't know if I can be able to bring it close enough, because they are really small, but so cute. Wish you were here. So I thought we could put some of these buttons on it. I could have just glued them flat. So what are these two? So we've got Away We Go and Pack Your Bags. So I haven't taken the backs off yet, because I'm going to see where I'm going to put them. We could put them 1, 2, 3. Actually, that might look nice on this side, because we've got those plain. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, now I'm going to have to get 3 more. Or actually, what I'll do, we'll glue them flat on that one. Let's go for it. I mean, I've got them cut out, why not? So let's put the red one in the middle. And, oh, let me measure these so you know how big I did my buttons. They were 5/8 of an inch, or 1.5 centimeters. We've got Away We Go. Let's do a Pack Your Bags. And I Wish You Were Here. Just got one of each. There we go. Oh, that's finished that one off nicely. Let's go for this one. We're going to go maybe across the bottom. Or is that creating a bit more? Could do it here. Yeah, let's go across here then. Let's do those two each side, and we'll stick the middle one first. And then each side. And this side. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that now. It just needed something, so that's just broken that up. So there we go. Our 2 Away We Go, and our 2 Farmhouse Christmas 5x7 multi-make 6 cards. So as always, I'm really looking forward to seeing which papers and things you use for yours, and I enjoy seeing them, so please to share them. Head over to Facebook, type in Papercrafting with Paul, and you'll find the group. Otherwise, just look in the description below and you'll find the link to the group, and I'll also link the 2 kits I've used this month as well. And remember, if you do go to the group, you go to the file section, you can download your PDF, you can print it off like I have, or sometimes use it on the tablet. Because it's a PDF, it'll just show up on your iPad or whatever tablet you've got. You can just open it up and have this to craft along. So please give me that thumbs up if you've enjoyed and you're going to have a go. And write some nice comments in the comment section below. It really does help. And I do try and answer all of them, and I enjoy reading what you all think as well. So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again soon.